Hello bogies, hello Thursday. Time to have another go at denting this roof. Yep, another attempt to dent the roof. Just popped into my head, somebody asked me about these pads that I use, them like prep pads, I don't know what you call them, but they call them poly sanding discs from Tool Zone. I think I got them off Amazon or eBay. 115mm 22 bore for removing rust and paint. Poly sanding disc, maximum 80 meters per second or some rubbish. So yeah, there you go. Just in case, Google that. There must be hundreds out there. I know they're not cheap. So yeah, I think I bought them in a pack of 5 last time or something. But yeah. Alright, so yeah, we'll crack on. Let's see if we can modify these spot weld tips a bit to try and not damage the roof so much, and let's try and get the back welded at least. Try not to rush. And then see how it goes. So yeah, let's go get the tripod and go from there. Cheers for all the advice and cheers for all the praises. I've just like, yeah, don't worry about it, mate. We all make mistakes, so that's good. Yeah. Okay, so the problem I had was I had done the jaws, so they did fit down the gap, but basically it was still this bit that was hitting the dent. So I think all we can do is take these out and try and shave even more off the further up, and just hopefully they now melt into oblivion, and see how thin we can get them before things go a bit peak tong. So yeah. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, made a bit more of a mess. Ground them down, looks okay. So let's see if I've actually cleaned the gutter up enough to actually test the spot weld. So yeah. Also on the back, the gutter, it looks like the gutter really does lean over a bit more compared to, you can see what a big item this is, and you only have to lean it a bit too much. Idiot. Not clean enough, so let's run through and try and clean it up a bit. Boom, boom, boom. There's some music going on. Alright, clean that up. Anyone that hasn't seen a spot welder work, we'll give it a go. So the key thing is now is just making sure we don't lean in too much. Let's not put pressure on that roof skin like we did before. And you want to try and just avoid touching the side of the gutter, because it arcs through that. So yeah, looking alright. Let's get a bit further on in just here, just to I do love it when it works. Just damn heavy. And we just get one more over here just to spread. Make sure we've got one. I've got one every about 4 or 5 inches at the moment. And then we go along, trying to put one every centimetre. We'll just make sure that the whole thing's seated, so we just need to do another every 4 or 5 inches across that side, and then we can just spend the time doing lots of little ones. Yeah, alright, let's do that. Well, getting there with that side, just had to stop for a second. The daughter just was very pleased with herself. She's just, for any of the IT geeks out there, she's just installed Bootstrap 4 and jQuery into a Ruby on Rails application. So yeah, for some reason she wants to follow my footsteps finally and become a computer programmer. Supposedly that's what I am. There'll be a lot of people out there that argue the different, that's for sure. Anyway, alright, that's going good. Don't think I've made any more dents, but we won't properly know. Made a couple there around the tight corner. Damn it. Why do I even talk? Hey, that's the rest of that side done. We'll just let the spot welder cool down. Looks like the arms, the electrodes are doing okay at the moment. As I said, I don't know what to do industrial wise, but it's not, so we're not doing that. So we'll just do our best and just see if they melt. Just take it easy. In the end, you just do the spot welding a lot slower. You just give the time for things to cool down, because in the end they just get hotter and hotter and hotter, and then that's what they'll obviously melt when they get to the right temperature. It's just so heavy, that's so heavy. Anyway, that's looking alright. It's looking alright. Alright, now what a workout. Well, that's the back done. I think we only increased the dent count by 1 or 2, and maybe they're just even scratches through the paint. But yeah. Good old Matthew. So I was going to call it for the night. Just doing the back. I just came out here thinking I'll just do the back, just do the back. Big success of that. I think we may continue to the front, and let's get the front done. And then that's it, we can just forget about the roof, then it's done, dusted. Apart from shot blasting and sealing. But we do all the sealing after we've done the shot blasting. Which I sort of keep putting off. I've talked to the bloke and he's ready, and we're doing something, he's going on holiday soon, but he said I could drop the parts down to his factory. So that's the other thing I could do. Yeah, so I'm all a bit confused about what to do and what order at the moment, so I need to have a think about it. I think we'll definitely get the car spun around the other way, because it seemed to rotate better on the spit the other way around. And yeah, oh, and I need to order up that Raptor stuff as well, tintable as well. And talk to the paint guy. So much to do now. That's the trouble, once you start getting to the end of the welding, you got to put everything else, think about everything else. The front of the car. Getting there slowly. In between that, I've got Jimbo asking me and sending me pictures of how to fit a beetle seat carpet, which I've never done, so yeah, all good fun at the moment. Got my daughter going berserk with GitHub, checking things out. It's all good. Apart from my spot welding getting a bit warm. That's not so good. Okie dokie. I think that's more than enough programming, more than enough cock-ups for one night. Managed to put a couple of little dents in, but I think we'll call it a success. The key thing is I think I did the front alright. Who's that? Who's that? So yeah, very angry. We've got some sanding in from Silent Coat, where we get quite a few sheets of that up there. I don't know how much to plaster it by. I've got some 2mm thick stuff, and we'll give that a go. We did that before. I think you see a dent right there, can't you? I don't know. Can't feel anything, but hey ho. It will all be fine in old English white, won't it? I'm a changed man. Old English white, 2-pack. Wow. Bloody makes anything, absolutely anything look good. You can spray it on something that doesn't look good. But yeah, good. That's a lot of spot welds. God knows if it's going to leak, but I'm hoping the next owner never takes it out in the rain. A lot of these cars don't go out in the rain, do they, anymore? No, I haven't put many miles on mine at all. Anyway, they're there for when you want to enjoy them, innit? I enjoy doing this and enjoy showing you guys. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Need to think what our next job's going to be now. I think getting the bits stripped, I think, ready for the shop blaster. Get the pedal box out, we need to get the steering column out. And yeah, we're away, aren't we? So yeah, I just also saw as a little talking point that Magnum they haven't released the saloon version, but they've just released the full floor pressing from estate / pickup. I think the Mark 1 floors, the saloon floors are coming all one big pressing, like original. Saw that, and also they're doing a big estate roof as well. It's the one with the ribs in it, which is a bit of a shame, because if it wasn't, I could have used that for the pickup. So we'll have to see on that. But yeah, anyway, all right. Enough jibber jibby. Chicken fajita wraps we had for tea tonight. They were lovely. What do you guys have? Give us a shout. Pause at the end for the end credits if I remember to put them on.